it's like you have this concept like of a romantic fixer of my issues. You're the fixer of your issues. And
Right.
it's not the raise, it's not the promotion, it's not this much in the bank account, it's not this car, it's not the updated 2025 car. Because let's face it, you were as excited for your, iPhone 3 as you're going to be as excited for your iPhone 17.
Experience
But
is the
then
same.
what's that?
The experience is the same.
What did you say?
It's the experience is the same.
It's
It's
the
not
same.
like
Your goal,
suddenly
the
was
goalpost
more
keeps on.
ecstasy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you know what that is? That is called Red Bull happiness. It's
Red
not
Bull.
like real happiness. It's like a quick dose of like, yeah, excitement, and then the hit's gone, and you
Right.
come down. The dopamine's over.
It
That's not what
it
we want. We want Red Bull energy. We want energy from being healthy and strong. That's Red Bull happiness. It's just a big dose of excitement and hope, but it's not happiness. Happiness is something much different.
it aligns well with the quote that we like to share so much from that was spoken by Lord Vishnu in the dwarf incarnation as Vamanadev, where he
It's
says all that there is within the three worlds, whether it's this new phone coming out or this new apparent soul partner that your perfect partner that you're going to find, or whatever, all that there is to satisfy in this universe to
yeah,
satisfy the senses. If you take it and you add it all up,
yeah.
it still cannot satisfy the senses of one whose senses are uncontrolled.
Great verse. I didn't know that the dwarf incarnation of Lord Vishnu mentioned the phone.
Yes, he did.
He did. Okay.
And well, he included it in everything in the universe. And
Everything in
so,
the universe. Okay,
yes.
including your phone.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Live from Super Soul Farm. This is Wisdom of the Sages, a spiritual podcast with your host Raghunath and co-host and senior educator of the Bhakti Center in New York, Kaustubha Das. Welcome to the show. Today is Wednesday, August 20th. It's episode 1659.
Okay. You're in a good mood today, Raghunath.
It was all day fasting. Well, you know what I've
I
realized?
was going to say maybe you'd be grumpy because of that, but no. You actually did more austerity and you're in a better mood.
And we worked out. I went rucking twice with Mara.
Raghunath?
Yeah.
Don't go out of control. Don't spin out of control on this rucking.
I spin out of control. I'm just rucking.
But twice
I
a day?
went rucking twice. Well, when you fast, you have a lot of time on your hands. It's really true. When you fast and you don't scroll, we were fasting from scrolling yesterday. I've realized that fasting is much easier than stopping scrolling.
Yeah, it probably is.
It is. Fasting from food is just like you're got to be a little bit disciplined, and once you get into the groove of it, it's not a big deal. Scrolling is like fentanyl. What is it? Or it's super highly addictive, like crack, cocaine. And I found myself going back to the scroll a couple times, and I had to stop it.
You did get sucked in there for momentarily. I'm aware.
I did get sucked in a few times, actually.
Okay.
Not tons, but enough to be like, I'm not supposed to be doing
But
this.
then you corrected yourself and you got back online. Yato chalati, wherever the mind
Manas
may wander.
chinchalam astiram tato tatast yam yaitad up manas
Even vishamnayet.
vishamnayet. From wherever the mind wanders, due to its unsteady and flickering nature, one must quickly catch it and draw it back with under the control of the self.
And that's exactly what you did.
It's a practice. It's a practice.
All right.
Nice. All right, but look at Mara. She's exhausted too.
She's kind of got that post-fast glow right now.
Sometimes the fasting is exhausting, and then sometimes you get this energy
surge of energy.
This surge of energy, like you're wide awake at night.
That's what he's got going right now, Mara. He's right. But you know what? It could crash at any moment during the show.
And it may.
All right.
Keep you on your toes.
Announcements. Mara.
Guess who's coming to town today?
Grandma Terry.
I'm going to New York City, picking up Grandma Terry. She's going to stay with me for a week.
All right.
Looking forward. She's going to be probably sleeping over on that couch.
Why don't you have lunch with me? Why don't we spend a little time off of the podcast together, Raghunath? Communing like that, breaking
You know
bread.
what? Parking is a pain in New York City. It's just a pain. It's like I got to worry about parking, pay $75 to park a car. It's
All right.
ridiculous.
Now you get taxed going into that zone to pick up your mother.
Oh, do I?
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
How much you get taxed?
Huh?
How much you get taxed?
It's not cheap. It's like $11 or something like that. How much
Oh
is it?
God, $9. The chief says.
If you park it right, I'm above that zone. You can park it where I am. Wheel her
How-
up here. I guess that won't work.
No way.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a new thing. Because you guys come in and you bring your cars and you pollute our whole area here with your cars. One person in the car, driving around, giving us asthma.
The system's broke. The system's broken, Kostuba. Don't blame it on the one guy driving one car.
Okay. Well, that's
Yeah.
the system.
It's like
The system's broken.
it's like when they make these fluorescent light bulbs, and you get a fine if you throw them out. You got to throw them out in a certain.
Why you give me
place.
this light bulb?
Why are you selling me the thing that you're going to fine me for?
Okay.
How
I
about
shouldn't have got him going
don't
there.
make them?
Now he's angry.
It's, you want to get mad at for using plastic bags? Stop making plastic bags. Boom, it's over. I fixed the problem. Stop making fluorescent bulbs. Fix the problem.
Stop making
batteries
cars.
have issues. You got to get rid of the batteries. I fixed the problem. Stop making batteries. Figure something else out. Stop blaming the secondary people, the people who are driving to pick up their 99-year-old
What did
mother.
I do? What did I do?
God,
I told you this could
you're
crash.
part
right
of the
into my marriage.
problem, Kostuba. You are part of it.
Mara, are there any announcements today?
There are.
Okay.
That
what
was
you
like
got?
started off as a good announcement. I'm here with my mom.
I
She's
know.
99.
How did this
She
happen?
barely moves. She's like a snail right now. She's like a snail with a walker. I got to put the snail in a wheelchair just to get to walk 1 mile per hour.
Okay.
But she's going to be here for remit in the Carla's retreat.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
She's good with people.
She's a people
she
person.
is.
She's
yeah.
a people person.
Yeah.
Okay, Mara,
Um,
what you got?
No show tomorrow or Friday or Saturday.
Or Saturday or Sunday.
Oh,
Get
We're
used
off
to it,
till
people.
Monday. Yep.
We do
but
3 or 4 days a week now. That's the way it is.
Henry's crying in his shirt. I'm
But-
sorry, Henry.
This Friday, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time, there's Chaitanya Charitamrita reading with
Readings.
Kastuba does.
5:30 p.m.
Yeah.
5:30 till 7.
Okay, that's good. Me
Yeah.
and Mara are reading the Chaitanya Charitamrita too.
Oh, that's wonderful. Now that's for the Sage Community Platform. You go there, right?
Yep.
That's
You
a
go
perk.
there. Yeah.
When people support the podcast, you get these kind of perks.
So go to wisdomofthesages.com and you can find the info there. You can join, become a member of the Sage Community Platform.
It's really some fantastic reading we've been doing. It's really, really.
We're reading about Lord
nourishing.
Chaitanya's South Indian tour right now.
South Indian tour.
Mm.
They should have a T-shirt for that.
On tour with Lord Chaitanya.
You
Sold
can have
out.
all the places listed.
Kerala,
Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam.
Karnataka. Oroville, sold out.
They didn't go to Oroville. Ahovalam.
Coimbatore.
That'd be good, right?
That'd be great, Lord Chaitanya. South
Do we have to think of everything? Those. Hey, Timothy Tucker. Work on
Where's your
that.
shirt? Okay.
All right.
All right.
Anything else we got to say?
Amy Steller asked if it's live for the reading, and yes, it is.
Live? You mean, can you come to my home? Yes, you can.
Oh,
Actually,
there you go.
you can actually come to my apartment. People come over and we do it.
There you go, Amy Steller.
Let me know if you
Amy
want to come.
Steller's a great guest. She always shows up with a gift.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
Yeah, she
was-
brought a gift last time I saw her too.
Always. She's such good manners.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to share also the reason why I was thinking let's go ahead and do the 4 days this week, but I'm trying to get the Sage Academy started. I haven't made any progress on it this week.
Oh, Kostuba.
Yeah, but that's why I'm saying that's why this time is going to be used. You're going to get more people. You're going to get more this way. with
Okay.
the schedule.
We've heard enough of your excuses. Let's dive into the nugget.
All right. What's the nugget today?
We have 4 surprising truths about happiness. It's a little bit of a different nugget today.
It's a different style nugget.
Yeah.
Did you like this approach, you two?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was interesting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me
Okay,
pull
so-
it up. I got to pull it up.
So on episode 919 of the Rich Roll podcast, he interviewed Dr. Laurie Santos. She's a Yale professor and one of the leading experts on the science of well-being. She
Okay.
also teaches Yale's most popular course ever, The Science of Happiness.
It's a good title. I'd sign up for that.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, yeah, I got to be happy too. Everybody wants to be happy.
What
Doesn't
was
matter
her?
if you're right wing, left wing, anarchist, communist, Nazi. Everybody wants to be happy, and they're all joining some crazy group to try to like, what will fulfill me?
Well, what was her bio position there? She was expert on well-being.
Yale professor and leading expert on the science of well-being.
How do we know she's in the lead? Right. She's at Yale. She's got a
Yeah,
popular
so,
class.
yeah.
She's got a
The
popular
most
class.
popular course ever at Yale.
Okay.
Seems like
That's-
that would put
think
you in the
that
lead.
might be
Science
some,
of happiness.
that might be something you could kind of pull under your umbrella, Raghunath.
Yeah. I like this.
In that interview, she shared some fascinating research-backed insights.
Okay.
Here are 4 counterintuitive truths her field has uncovered about what really makes us happy.
Okay.
All right, here's the first one.
The arrival fallacy.
Yeah.
The arrival fallacy. Just already, I'm intrigued.
Already, I get it. Already, I get this one.
We imagine happiness is waiting at the finish line, after the big promotion, the dream vacation, or the perfect relationship. But research shows we adapt quickly and the joy fades almost immediately. We keep chasing, but the goalposts move.
Goalpost constantly moves.
The goalposts move.
It's like
yeah.
romance addiction. There's a whole thing in this in 12 steps of romance addictions. If I was with that person, everything would be fixed. And like I saw her, and you know, Hollywood really perpetuates this. I saw her walk in across the room, and I walked up to her and I said, "Is there a significant man in your life? If not, I am sure we are meant to be together." You know what I mean? It's like this. You know, one of our
Was this
listeners could
Raghunath's
say,
line back in the day?
no,
am sure.
it's one. No, it wasn't. You threw me right off track there, sir.
Okay, you were saying that if someone says we're meant to be together.
Okay, we're made together. It's like you have this concept like of a romantic fixer of my issues. You're the fixer of your issues. And
Right.
it's not the raise, it's not the promotion, it's not this much in the a bank account, it's not this car, it's not the updated 2025 car. Because let's face it, you are as excited for your, iPhone 3 as you're going to be as excited for your iPhone 17.
Experience
But
is the
then
same.
what's that?
The experience is the same.
What did you say?
It's the experience is the same. It's
the
not
same.
like
Your
suddenly
the
was
goalpost
more
keeps on-
ecstasy. Yeah.
No, you know what that is? That is called Red Bull happiness. It's
Red
not
Bull.
like real happiness. It's like a quick dose of like excitement, and then the hit's gone. And you
Right.
come down. The dopamine's over. That's not
it-
what we want. We want Red Bull energy. We want energy from being healthy and strong. That's Red Bull happiness. It's just a big dose of excitement and hope, but it's not happiness. Happiness is something much different.
It aligns well with the quote that we like to share so much from that was spoken by Lord Vishnu in the dwarf incarnation as Vamanadev, where he says all that there is within the 3 worlds, whether it's this new phone coming out or this new apparent soul partner that you're perfect partner that you're going to find or whatever, all that there is to satisfy in this universe to satisfy the senses. If you take it and you add it all up, it still cannot satisfy the senses of one whose senses are uncontrolled.
Great verse. I didn't know that the dwarf incarnation of Lord Vishnu mentioned the phone.
Yes, he did.
He did. Okay.
And well, he included it in everything in the universe. And
Everything in
so,
the universe. Okay,
yes.
including your phone.
The 3 worlds, he said, all 3 of them.
Anyway, also this is also woven into this whole idea of like Mr. Right. He's the one. It's one thing. It's one thing. If you've been with the person and if you've been with the person and you understand them, you have you have similar goals and stuff like that, then you can say, I think this can be the person. You've
This
made
can
like
work.
an educated decision. But this romance-based love is perpetuated in Hollywood, and it leads people to, I thought you were the one, and now I'm going to look for the new one who is the one, the
And
new
then
Mr. Right.
The
or Mrs.
honeymoon
Right.
wears off.
Yeah.
what do they call
Yeah.
that again? The arrival fallacy?
The arrival fallacy.
It arrives, and then quickly, what did it say? We adjust.
Yeah.
We move the goalposts.
We
We move the
adapt quickly.
goalposts.
Like that.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
The
and
bronze medal effect.
number 2, the bronze medal effect.
Bronze. Now, what could this mean? What could this mean? Bronze medal effect.
Olympic bronze medalists are often happier than the silver medalists.
How can that be?
Why? Because silver compares upward and thinks, I almost had gold.
You know, there is that gymnast, remember? And she had that look on her face. Do you remember that?
The what look on her face?
It was like an American gymnast in the Olympics, and she came in second place, and she's sitting there like standing on you know how they have those platforms?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she had that look on her face like, you know, like, what do you call
Oh,
that look?
really?
Like, yeah.
Sourpuss?
She became really famous for it, you know, just like, "Oh, I don't want second."
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're like number
Yeah.
one was so close. You're actually not happy in that position.
Yeah.
So
Whereas-
silver compares upward and thinks, I almost had gold. But bronze compares downwards and think, well, at least I placed.
Right,
So
I got in there.
happiness-
Yeah. Silver is sort of like number one of the losers.
And
Happiness.
bronze is like you got in.
Yeah.
You got in. You made it. You
Podium.
made it to the podium. You're not with the masses in the ocean.
Yeah, the losers.
Yeah. You know, truthfully, the whole competitive mindset, and I understand there's reasons for it in sports and things like that, but it can really ruin your life.
What did they say? Comparison is the
It's
Thief.
the
thief of joy.
of joy.
Yeah.
All right.
Although it
so-
worked out for bronze person. So-
Yeah. That's because they try, but not that hard.
You're sure? But so, is there more on that, on the bronze?
Happiness is shaped more by perspective than by the achievement.
Ooh,
see?
perspective.
We can't change the externals, but we can change how we view them.
You know, our friends down the road said the same thing. Remember? Our friends, the pilgrimage people down the road.
What
from
they
us?
say?
They were saying that everything is a romantic. He said, my first time in
Yeah.
India, he went to India in 1969,
Yeah.
and he was expecting like Shangri-La, and
Yeah.
everybody was constantly cheating him.
Yeah.
And I think perhaps he was upper middle class from Long Island or something like that. And
Levittown.
he said, I was just walking around and someone gave him a card in Hindi to show people if you want a good rate on a hotel room. But he found out that the card said, I'm a rich
sucker.
American. Take me for everything I have.
That's horrible.
It was horrible. But he got to this point where, you know what? Here I am. I am a wealthy American. I'm coming to these places and I have a perspective of what it should be, you know, how people should respond. And he goes, I had to learn how to just change my expectations
Mhm.
and stop going in with my typical mindset of here, everything is here for my enjoyment. He said his trip through Bhutan was the same way. And he kept on saying how like, you just got to, you know,
Yeah. Expectations are like, you know, in his case, he was
Killers.
saying, yeah, exactly. Expectations are happiness killers.
Okay. So
change
we
your
have-
expectations into appreciations, Kostuba.
Well,
Booyah!
that's the kind of thing that you have complete control over that. You don't necessarily have control over other external factors, but what your expectations are or how you choose to frame it in your own mind, that you can control.
Yeah.
All right. Are we ready for number 3?
Yeah, so
Yes.
what were they again? First one was
Okay. Arrival fallacy.
arrival fallacy,
Then the bronze medal effect.
bronze medal effect. And
Number
then,
3, comfort makes us miserable.
I wrote a song about this. I wrote a song in the name of comfort.
Hmm.
In the name of
comfort
comfort.
makes us miserable.
Yeah. Okay, go on.
The
In the
mo-
name of comfort, we compromise our integrity. All right, just go on.
The more
She hasn't even
comfort-
started yet.
This is the nugget. Yes, it's Chuta. It's the nugget cluster.
Yeah.
Today we have a cluster of nuggets. Like sometimes you get a peach, sometimes you get a thing of grapes. There's a thing
Okay,
of
it's a
grapes
cluster.
today.
Gotcha.
The more comfort we have, the faster we adapt and the less joy it brings us. Lasting
That sounds a
happiness-
lot like the arrival fallacy, if you ask me.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does.
But it's
Last-
about comfort. It's
Right.
about-
Lasting happiness often comes not from indulgence, but from challenge, resilience, and growth.
Okay, that's different, right? In other words, we find happiness in taking up meaningful challenges in life. We don't find happiness in searching for comforts. or
Sure.
even experiencing comforts.
Here's another one. Comfort comes from sowing. It's one thing to buy an apple, or it's another thing to like grow an apple tree, and then or not the comfort,
You're
but
throwing metaphors
joy
around
or
all over the place.
happiness. Joy or happiness comes from I put in my time. I've worked hard.
That kind of sowing.
Yeah, that's what I'm sowing.
S-O.
Not
I was
not.
like, you jumped from sowing to apples. I was like, what's going on?
Yeah, but sowing the seed, doing the work,
Gotcha.
gardening.
Yeah.
There's some or planting an orchard or learning the piano. The happiness isn't just necessarily playing the music. It's actually getting better with something that you put time into, you put effort into, you've
There's
thought about,
element of
ruminated
patience.
in your mind, an element of patience. You've worked hard and you deserve it.
Yeah.
There's something to be said about that.
Was there
Martial
more on that,
martial
Mary?
arts or anything you're studying or learning.
What's that, Kastub?
Was there more on that one?
Nope, that's it for that one.
All right.
Okay,
Number
but
four.
that's real important, right?
it is.
Okay, there's a fourth one.
Yep, the fourth one. Giving is better than getting.
This is
That's golden rule right there, right? The
it's a golden
Bible.
rule.
Yeah.
What does the Bible say? He who gives is more blessed than he who
Blessed.
receiveth, like that. Yeah,
Receiveth.
it's more blessed to give than to receive.
Yeah, that's it. Self-care may be trending, but the data is clear. People who focus on others through kindness.
Self-care is trending. That's funny.
Well, it's true. Everywhere you turn, you hear it
Self-care.
People who
You owe
focus
it
on
yourself.
others
You owe
through
it.
kindness, service, or generosity are consistently happier than those who focus only on themselves.
What are you saying? We're gonna...
You're worth it.
No, I appreciate that she actually framed it that way, because it's a fact that we do need to take care of ourselves, and we can't neglect ourselves in this crazy world that we live in nowadays, where it's like both husband and wife have to work. We work long hours. We come home and the work continues because we have these phones and people are texting us and so on. It can really wear you down, and we do need to make sure that we rejuvenate. But how often do we see that kind of play out more like seek comforts and lounge this way, and this is something we talked about on the show a long time ago. Remember this when we're talking about like vacations? Everybody wants to go on the vacation and then show the snapshots of how they're enjoying like crazy. But really, if you go into it with a different attitude, like what am I going to learn and how am I going to grow through this vacation, then even if things are kind of going wrong on it, it doesn't matter. And the idea of giving is like I'm losing something, but no, you're really not losing something. When you actually have that growth experience, so like that's a counterintuitive principle. That and all of these four things. Is there a fifth one, or is there just four?
No,
huh?
just four.
All four of these, they align with the principles in Bhakti. Our whole thing is kind of counterintuitive, that actually bliss is experienced through serving, not through being served. Right? That's
interesting, huh?
Foundational idea.
Such an
of Bhakti.
interesting idea.
Yeah.
Volunteer. You're happier. People are happier when they volunteer.
Yeah.
It's so true. When you see yourself as part of something bigger, that's why our happiness isn't from. It's not a thing. It's from there's not. It's not things that make us happy. It's people that makes us happy. It's giving back to people. It's having people in our life. It's community. That is a natural. That's how we become happy. It's not. What's the word?
Superficial, surface level.
It's not. It's just not the stuff in our life. It's the relation.
Yeah.
It's relational.
There's this also Bhagavatam verse. This Narada says to Vyasadeva himself in the 5th chapter of the 1st canto, where he was saying, you wrote all these books, you wrote all this Karma Kunda books about how people can enjoy material life, find happiness through external things. But he said to him, as far as happiness derived from sense enjoyment is concerned, it is obtained automatically in the course of time, just as in the course of time we both obtain miseries, even though we do not desire them. When I first heard this was like a revelation for me, right? This idea that here's how wise people operate in the world. they're not out searching for happiness through external things because they have this idea that I'm due a certain amount of external happiness due to my karma, right?
Yeah.
I don't, just like I don't have to go out and search for miseries in my life. They come automatically due to my karma. Well, pleasures or external happiness will also come to me automatically due to my karma. I don't have to go I don't have to spend my life chasing after it. Just let it come as it comes. But try to focus my energy on trying to do some meaningful service. It's a whole different mindset. And if you look at life that way, it changes everything. It makes everything meaningful. You get just as much pleasure. You know, when I was, this reminds me, when I was in, when we were in Los Angeles recently.
Yeah.
And we were at the Q&A booth. I was
Yeah.
at the Q&A booth taking
Yeah.
questions. And someone asked me about killing mosquitoes.
Good
Right.
question.
Okay. And I said, you know, actually in our Shastra, you find two approaches to it, right? You do find, well, Prabhupada said if you're being attacked, you do kind of have the right to kind of like protect yourself, right?
Okay.
But there are also Shastric statements about even that, you know, like even killing insects, and is you know, has its karmic results. And I said, so you know, you can search for the answer that you want, but I said, but I think even if you're not karmically responsible for defending yourself from a mosquito, you understand? Like even if it's
Yeah.
not like you, still, I think the sadhus, even setting aside the idea that I'm going to get some bad karma for this, they don't want to harm any living being.
Sure.
Even if it's attacking them, they'll tolerate.
Sure.
And then, but what I capped it off with, I said, I don't kill mosquitoes. And I don't think I get bitten by mosquitoes any more than someone that does. You understand? Like, I don't think like I have like 3 times more mosquito bites than they do. I think at the end of the life, you're going to add it up and we've been bitten the same amount because we're destined to be bitten the same amount, you know? It's just another way of looking at things, right? I can kill this mosquito and, you know, I'm not, and I say, and then you do practical things. You get a mosquito net, you know, when you're sleeping and stuff like that. But my point is that this idea that let me go through life with the idea that I'm destined to enjoy and suffer. And I'm not going to chase either one of them. I'm going to find what's meaningful and purposeful and how I can serve. And I'm going to focus my energy on that. That's the way that the wise people live according to Bhagavatam.
Weren't we just talking about this yesterday?
Are you?
We've tried to create more time so we can enjoy. We were saying how people are
But you have
just
to
so,
suffer. Yeah.
because there is so much time, free time, people just get caught up in their over-analyzing mind. And we become almost like mentally indulgent, and it's exhaustive
Yeah.
because we have so much time on our hands. Where previous people were just working in the fields and working, and now we're just jump in here, Merrick. We were talking together.
You were saying stuff.
You were saying stuff too.
Yeah, we were saying how, like, I mean, even, you know, Raghu and I have been rucking, and it's like this concocted thing to like mimic the way that we used to have to move our bodies and work.
We'd have
Now
to
we just
work outside.
concoct it. You know, it's like CrossFit where it's like, okay, now you're gonna drive to go to a gym to be able to, like, you know, flip
Well, you guys
tires.
do
or
have a
whatever.
farm there. Why don't you do it?
Well, it's true.
We
When you
do.
work outside, you
Get
become
sick.
fully exhausted.
Yeah.
You become fully exhausted in a beautiful way, splitting wood.
But then
stacking
how do you
wood,
have energy for rucking?
because you can regulate it easily.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
And we want to go.
It's not that big. I mean, we
Okay.
don't
It's
have
not
like
that
a
big a farm.
farm here.
Yeah, it's not like
And-
we're growing for the
Yeah.
world.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's just a little something on the science of happiness there, right? From one of the world's leading experts. It's all lining up with what these shastras were telling us back in the day.
Sweet fatigue. Okay. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayam mudirayat. Before we said the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, which is our very means of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisances to the Supreme Lord Narayan. Unto Narayan Rishi, the supremmost human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and to Śrīla Vyasadeva, the author. Nasta prayeshva badreshu nityam bhagavat sevaya bhagavati uttama bhaktir bhavati naishtiki, by regular attendance in class from the Bhagavatam and by rendering service to the pure devotees. All that is troublesome to the heart will become eradicated, and loving service to the Supreme Lord, who is praised with transcendental songs, will be established as an irrevocable fact. Om Agyanatamadandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmadatam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. I was born in the darkness of ignorance. My teachers are opening my eyes with the torchlight of knowledge. I offer my obeisances at their lotus feet. Reading from the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 8, Text 46.
I was just thinking, though, we're gonna
What?
kind of the essence of what we just heard.
Hmm?
The way that we could understand is that when all of those had to do with kind of like a decreasing of like the material fever, and in a kind of a moving towards something that's more meaningful. And in Bhakti, our whole idea is that the true happiness that we're looking for is already within. It's just about not getting caught chasing it without. You with me?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're I can't figure out your mood right now. But
You don't have to.
well, I do, because I'm doing this podcast with you right now. But anyway,
right.
okay, let's move on.
Let's dive in. Text 46.
Ho-
Having
ho- ho-
heard
context here, what's going on?
the context. Just
The
looked in the
context.
little baby's mouth, saw the entire universe.
Oh yeah. Okay, Mother Yashoda's looking in that mouth.
Yeah.
The whole
And now,
universe.
the story is being told to King Parikshit
Okay.
by Sukadeva Goswami. Oh, learned Brahmana, Mother Yashoda's breast milk was sucked by the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Hold on.
What
What verse are
past
you on
us-
right now? What verse?
46.
Okay. Go ahead.
What past auspicious activities did she and Nanda Maharaj perform to achieve such perfection in ecstatic love? Right? Who is this Mother Yasoda? Like, where's she coming from? What's her backstory? What got her that she is now nursing the Supreme Personality of Godhead in his baby
Who contains
form?
the entire universe in his mouth? How did she get there?
That is, truthfully, that is like such a great mystery question. Someone asked me that today, like, devotee dogs. Tell me about them. What do you think about devotee dogs? Devotees who have dogs. I said they're not ordinary.
They're not ordinary dogs.
Not ordinary beings. Although Krishna was so pleased with Vasudeva and Devaki that he descended as their son, they could not enjoy Krishna's magnanimous childhood pastimes, which are so great that simply chanting about them is the contamination of the material world. I love it how it goes storybook and then it hits you with this heavy truth. Although Krishna was so pleased with Vasudeva and Devaki that he descended as their son, they could not enjoy Krishna's magnanimous childhood pastimes, which are so great that simply by chanting them, chanting about them, it vanquishes the contamination of the material world.
Right. All of your
verse.
misconceptions, the things we're talking about now, right? I'm going to be happy when I find this. No, you hear Krishna's pastimes and it vanquishes that.
Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda, however, enjoyed these pastimes fully, and therefore their position is always better than that of Vasudeva and Devaki.
Can you just give us a quick recap on the two? And
Vasudeva and Devaki, they were the birth parents of Krishna, so to speak, so-called birth. He appeared, but immediately after the arrival of Krishna, the birth of Krishna, he was ordered, Vasudeva was ordered by Yogamaya, this divine energy, to take that baby Krishna and deliver it to Mother Yasoda, who had also just given birth to a young girl named Subhadra.
So that he wouldn't be killed.
So he wouldn't be killed because the king was out to kill the baby of Devaki. And Subhadra was none other than the Devi, the goddess of this material energy, Durga Devi. So when Kamsa did try to kill the newborn baby, instead of throwing the baby down, they threw the baby, and the baby shot up in the air and said, "Kamsa, you fool!" Like this.
Krishna is the child that's going to kill you is already.
He's already been born.
gone.
So basically, Devaki and Vasudeva, who gave birth to Krishna, was no longer with Krishna. With him for a moment, But really, Nanda and Yashoda got to raise Krishna the entire time.
Right. And they woke up, you know, the mother Yashoda, who had given birth, but not to Krishna, woke up with Krishna in her arms there, and she thought, "Oh, this is my boy."
Nityananda Chandra writes on the message board here, that baby girl twin was not Subhadra. She's the younger, born later. Is this some esoteric thing, or like some purport from a mystic acharya, or is this in the Bhagavatam and I missed it?
Okay, well, let's not worry about that right now.
Well, I'm worried now. It's thrown my whole thing off course. That wasn't Subhadra?
Okay, well, what do you want me to do? Research it right now, or continue with his
He
podcast?
was born of Devaki, not Yashoda.
Okay, there you go. Right. So anyway, we're gonna let that go. Let it go. Come back here with me.
What do you mean she was born of Devaki, not Yashoda?
Because
have this all figured out.
It's not Subhadra's not the girl that was born of Yashoda and brought back.
Okay.
She was born later.
By Devaki?
Yes. Let it go.
She was the 9th child, Devaki, Subhadra?
Perhaps, maybe 10th. I'm not sure, but that's not
Got a lot of
significant
kids.
right now.
Okay.
No, so the point was Nanda.
Where is that written down? I'm putting that into the message board for those following this. Okay.
Okay, so Nanda and Yashoda raise little Krishna, and they have the joy, the incredible good fortune, the incalculable good fortune of raising Krishna and being there for all of his eternal leelas that play out right in their own home.
Sure.
So in that sense, they were more fortunate, even though they weren't the ones that actually gave birth to Krishna. Okay. Now we go back now we go to a sage group level back to Shukadeva Goswami.
To follow the orders of Lord Brahma, Drona, the best of the Vasus, along with his wife Dara, spoke to Lord Brahma in this way.
So you know what this is right here, Rana? It's a past life reading. Okay, Drona and Dara, they had a past lives, or they were the past lives of Nanda and Yashoda.
It's like a Brigu.
So the question was, how did they get so fortunate? Well, let me tell you about their past lives.
Jornandara said, "Please permit us to be born on the planet Earth so that after our appearance, the Supreme Lord, the personality of Godhead, the Supreme Controller and Master of all planets, will also appear and spread devotional service, the ultimate goal of life, so that those born in this material world may very easily be delivered from the miserable condition of materialistic life by accepting this devotional service." Boom.
Service. Yeah. Right.
I believe it. I believe it.
Okay.
You know, that makes sense.
Yeah, well, here they were. It's interesting, right?
Sometimes, you know, I still carry around discernment. You know,
Do you?
yeah, of course. I do, of course.
Okay.
I think I believe everything. I think that's I don't think that it's not intellectual. You always have to carry that discernment with you, I think.
Okay.
I do this with, and I think it doesn't hurt my faith. People can accuse me of being faithless. I think I'm always analyzing it. I think it enhances my faith. When you hear verses like this, or yesterday we were reading the Chaitanya Charitamrita, and I looked at Mary and I said, it's hard to believe that the Supreme Personality of God had manifested at the same time Christopher Columbus was sailing to America. I find that very hard to believe.
Why should that be hard to believe?
I think because we want great mystical things to happen thousands of years ago before the pyramids were built. I think so.
Okay.
I think so. That itself is a good. It's a good challenge. I think that's sharp. But wait. Let me finish this. But then I was saying, you know what? But look what Lord Chaitanya gave. He gave a sort of a not a keystone. What are those called? One of those.
A key?
No, well, a key if you want to make it real simple. But there's like a.
Well, there's other kind of keys, like keys to a code.
Yeah, keys to a code. What are those called? Like the Mormons use?
The Mormons?
The Mormons use and the golden plates.
Yeah, that's like a code breaking key.
something like that. Anyway, my point is, Lord Chaitanya gave access into very deep philosophical things that you don't hear anywhere. And he said, listen, and in the Shikshastakam, he gave very simple essence of how to deal with crazy Kali Yuga. And he gave a very simple process because 99.9% of the people aren't deep philosophers and not renunciates. It's just a symptom of Kali Yuga. It's not going to happen. You chant, you dance, you sing, and you don't make offenses. And you serve. It's such a simple formula. And you're like, yeah, I get it. This can be the recipe for Kali Yuga. It makes sense, I believe. And I think you always have to challenge your own faith on a regular basis.
Okay. Thank you for your bravery in challenging your own faith, Raghunath.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
But I was going to say that your thought that we want God to be like thousands of years ago, perhaps we're conditioned to think that way due to a Western upbringing, right? Or Judeo-Christian, Abrahamic upbringing. But in the East, it's kind of more like God is everywhere all the time. Like it's
eternal.
And eternal. And it just he could pop up anytime, anywhere.
Yeah, I know. He could be here he'd be here right now. And he appeared 5,000 years ago, but he kept on appearing millennia. Krishna and Balaram talk about going to holy places.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to go to holy places? You are the holy place. No. There's been avatars coming for millennia.
It makes them vulnerable to just accepting anyone as God. That's a problem.
Yeah, I know. That is a problem because people do claim to be enlightened beings, or yeah.
I saw a talk that Vedānta Maharaj has given. I saw a clip of it the other day, and he was saying, you know, especially nowadays when people begin to criticize religion, it almost always goes right to like, well, all the wars have been caused by religion, and you know, statistically, it's just not true. Right. Statistically, there's just as much killing done in the name of other things. And when we label it in the name of religion, it's commonly not actually a religious issue. It's more like a economical, you know, is really at the core of the conflict.
It's ego more than it is religion.
Or an economic status. You know, you've got wealth and we want it, and maybe we're of a different religion, but we might use the religion and engage it in the fight, right? Let's fight because God's on our side. But really the whole point was to get their resources. So if you say it was caused by religion, no, it actually wasn't caused by religion. It was just kind of, religion was used to support it, misused to support it. But the point that he made was people from the East, they don't go there because there's not like that hasn't been done so much in their history. They wouldn't go there and say, oh, religion caused this, you know. So we have different, you know, we may be conditioned to think, oh, God must be very far away. But in the East, you're thinking God's very near, right? Always very near. 500 years ago, why so long ago? Where is he? Why isn't he here right now, you know? Yeah, okay. So in any case, we're hearing that there was this couple named Drona and Dhara. They had they had a particular type of love and purity in their love that they could have God and love him just as their own son. And they say, why don't we take birth wherever we take birth, God appears as our son. Why don't we take birth on earth? And the reason is because if he appears there, all those earthlings in that earth area is a place where it's just like you have your opportunity, right? It's not like you're suffering like crazy down in the lower planets or enjoying like crazy up in the higher planets. It's kind of the place where you're meant to think about life and try to figure out, is there a way that I could become free? If he appears there and displays all of his pastimes, that's going to attract people. We just heard that just by talking about these pastimes, it vanquishes all of the corrupted, you know, kind of ideas that we get about life. So here it's saying if these pastimes play out on earth, then people of the material world may very easily be delivered from the miserable conditions of materialistic life by accepting devotional service. In the 10th canto, we're going to just see it all play out. What is devotional service? Why is this bliss of serving better than searching for happiness through external things and going through, what was it again? The arrival fallacy and the bronze medal
Right.
effect and all these different things.
If you want to see how the pastimes of the Supreme Lord affect the mind,
Yeah.
listen to them on audio,
Okay.
and then and do it for like 5 hours, like while you're mowing the lawn or something like that. And then go and dabble in some just mundane, whatever, news or whatever else you would listen to on debates, political things, and you'll see that the mind becomes so almost like saddened and angry, and it's just not
Agitated.
it's not joyful.
Disturbed.
If you and we are as happy as our mind's thoughts.
Right. And when we're happy, we cooperate easily with each other.
Isn't
and
that true?
And when we're not, we fight with each other.
How many times have you taken out your anger on someone when it's just you're dealing with your own hurt, your own resentment, your own whatever? So I blow up on somebody else on the road for cutting me off, but it's because I'm suffering somewhere else down there for some other unhealed issues I'm dealing with, and I'm taking it on the whole rest of the world.
Maybe even your podcast partner.
Sure. This guy will take no responsibility for his behavior, will he?
Okay.
Gaslighting me. It's interesting that people who are who always accuse people of gaslighting are actually the biggest perpetrators.
Well, that is gaslighting right there. Do you know what gaslighting do you know where it comes from?
It comes from a novel, I think.
Or from a film. Maybe it was a novel first. You know
It's
how the gaslighting plays out in the story?
And why don't you enlighten me, Buddha?
Well, if you don't want to hear, I don't have to share. So why do I have to say it like that?
Please tell me. Please tell me, Kastuba.
There was a movie called Gaslight. It came out in 1940. And
From the message board, good.
why are you on my case? You see, we started off, so you were so happy at the beginning of the show, and it wore down. Now he's hangry. No, but I think he kept changing. This husband was trying to convince his wife that she was going crazy, and he kept changing the level of the gaslight, and she was like saying something's changing. He's like, nothing's changed, but he was changing it intentionally, changing it. When you're doing something wrong and someone points out and say, no, you're seeing it wrong. You must be going crazy. You call that gaslighting.
Well, let's watch that movie, Mara.
Gaslighting. It was a great film, according to Gyana Gumya.
The gummy bear.
Okay, we only have a few verses left in this chapter.
All right, let's do this because time's ticking away.
Okay, so they turned to Lord Brahma and said, hey, why don't we take birth on Earth? God will take birth there. He'll display incredible pastimes. Everyone will get turned on to it. They'll get the idea that devotional service is the way to go.
You never know who's just choosing to take birth into your life.
Charyas are being born.
Charyas are being born. People are being born. Pets are being born.
Jesus is coming to the hospital.
Jesus comes to the hospital. I'm going to get that whole story out of my mom this week.
You're gonna.
I guess she'll be there for the
You're gonna
Monday.
put it in her. That's why you're bringing it up.
Here, Mom. This is what Jesus said. Don't you remember?
Okay. Could you sign the paper? Okay. What am I signing? Don't worry. Just go ahead. Trust us.
It's a Costumo believes me. I have a written statement read from my mother. I'm going to read right now.
Jesus came.
By the way, my mom will be here Monday. I'll bring her onto this podcast because she's sleeping over here on the couch next to the dog.
With Gus.
It's only because it's the most easily accessible place for her to sleep, not because we don't have a room for her, but she can't get around well.
You're gonna make her sleep there with Gus?
Not on the Gus bed, on the couch.
Well, you got that nice room right next door. Oh, because
someone's staying there this weekend, but it's still, you got to go through those saddles and the doors.
You're going to put her on the couch?
It's better for her. She can't even get up to that bed. Are you kidding?
You're rationalizing.
The woman.
You have a rollaway bed, right?
I had the same response, Kastuba, but we talked with Dogger's brother and his sister, and they all said that couch is best.
All right. I accept. That's what the family says.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I was like, we can't put
Are
her
we
on
done with trying to publicly humiliate Raghunath? It's not going to work.
I'm not trying to do that. I'm concerned about Grandma Terry. Let's read the last couple verses here.
When Brahma said, yes, let it be so.
Let it be so.
The most fortunate Drona, who was equal to Bhagavan, appeared in Brajapur, Vrindavan. As the most famous Nanda Maharaj and his wife Dara appeared as Yashoda.
Okay.
Thereafter, O Maharaj Parikshit, best of the Bharats, when the Supreme Personality of Godhead became the son of Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda, they maintained continuous, unswerving devotional love and parental affection. And in their association, all the other inhabitants of Vrindavan, the Gopas and the Gopis, developed the culture of Krishna Bhakti.
Oh,
I'm so happy just hearing that.
I know. So they were like these great, in a sense, they're greatest mystic yogis. And they say, let us take birth over here. Why don't we take birth there? And then the Supreme Absolute Truth will manifest as our child and just start, just by being himself, this incredible culture of Bhakti Yoga will manifest on earth.
Thus, the Supreme Personality.
Yeah.
Thus, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, along with Balaram, lived in Brajabhumi. That's Vrindavan.
Yeah.
Vrindavan, just to substantiate the benediction of Brahma. By exhibiting different pastimes in his childhood, he increased the transcendental pleasure of Nanda and the other inhabitants of Vrindavan.
They're experiencing deep yogic bliss.
Hmm.
And you know what? That's the end of this chapter, that Mother Yashoda looks in Krishna's mouth and sees the whole universe. The next couple chapters are just about one of these leelas that Krishna manifests. Right? He just said Krishna takes birth, then he manifests these leelas, this culture Bhakti Yoga develops. The next, I think, 2, maybe 3 chapters are just about one of those leelas. And what is that leela, Raghu?
The binding of Lord Krishna by Mother Yashoda.
How can you tie up the whole universe? What rope is big enough? She's going to do
Good
it.
question. How do you bind the universe? The person who holds the entire universe within him. You're going to need a big spool of rope, probably. Or you have to get the mercy of the universe.
Or a little love, right?
Little love. Mara, takeaways from this great day.
You're the fixer of your own issues.
You're the fixer.
Red Bull happiness isn't real.
Oh, right. I just can't understand. It used to be like, oh, there's caffeine in this. That's a problem. Here's some decaffeinated of the same stuff. And then some guys in a boardroom said, why don't we just turn it the other way around and just embrace it?
Let's embrace it and go crazy.
Let's just own it.
We want so much caffeinated it could kill a kid. That's what I'm talking about.
That's exactly what happened.
Diet caffeine free. We're going the wrong direction. We got to take this up a notch.
Just own it.
We're dealing with Americans here. Actually, I think Red Bull started in Germany.
Okay.
Comparison and expectations are the thieves of joy.
Yeah, steal it.
We can't shape the externals, only our perspective.
Okay.
Bliss comes from service.
Mm-hmm.
Happiness comes from challenges, not comfort.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let pleasure and misery come as it does.
Let it come as it does.
Yeah.
True happiness is within. Don't get caught chasing it without.
Don't go chasing waterfalls, Kastuba.
We're as happy as our thoughts. And Krishna Leela vanquishes the corruptions of our mind.
Your corrupt mind, Kastuba, can be vanquished.
Dirty.
I've got news for you. Your crazy, corrupt mind, Kastuba. There's hope for it.
Thank you,
Isn't that great news?
It's wonderful news. I found I got a photograph of that gymnast.
Oh.
And the smirk. She's got a smirk. That was the word I was.
Let me at least say goodbye. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. Wisdom of the Sages, a 3 or 4 days a week podcast.
That's right.
Kishori Priya is here from Italy. Hey, Kishori Priya, good to see you. Are you in Slovenia? Thumbs up if you're from Slovenia. All right, we got to visit her in Slovenia. Oh, there's the face. You know what? I get it. I get it. You wanted gold. You got bronze. That's okay.
Or did she get silver?
Got silver.
Bronze people are happy.
That's a great picture. Who else is here? David Houseworth is here. Takorji, Gopal Nandini. Van Halen. Dana K. Athena. Shanaz Om. Athena Sweet Alrighty. Krishna Mai. Stromboli's here. Hey, Stromboli.
Oh, the truth, they called her loose.
What's that?
No, the truth is just joking on the chat board.
Kanaram is here. Hey, Kanaram. Thanks for everybody for joining us. Thanks everybody for supporting us as a community-supported podcast. If you like what we're doing and you want to continue to float this boat, we give a monthly contribution. It means a lot to us. It goes a long way. Believe it or not, if you want to sink the boat, don't
give anything.
Yeah, if you want to start like shooting cannons at our boat, give nothing. Enjoy it all and give nothing.
And it's going to sink. That's what's going to happen, okay?
It's going to sink. Kasuba's going to go down. Help me! Help me! If you want to throw Kastuba a life preserver, give a monthly contribution.
And you'll get perks like this Friday night.